Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Mbaglo, and with me once again is
Megalomaniac, hello internets.
Good Day. So last time we tracked down the villainous Franklin Drake, who decided to use us to his own ends, just like he normally would.
Because he's an asshole.
Yep. So, but we are still doing something to the betterment of the Klingon Empire, so we will live with it for now. Um, So now we are going to uh, meet with the lady of the House of Martok.
Yay! I wonder if it's the same Martok's wife from the show.
We will probably soon find out.
Uh,
Serve the Empire well.
okay, I wonder if this will work weird.
Uh, so this mission seems to start on Kronos, whereas Mecha decided to return to his ship because he thought it was somewhere else.
Well, except it said when on the ship it says start.
Well, according to my the friend list, it does say that you are in the lowlands, so
Yep.
it's probably working.
So I will wait for you and see if you show up here.
I'm just loading in now.
Of course, it's like all my away team guys. So
Well, we'll soon find out
I could execute
what
one of
happened.
them.
Yep.
So,
I mean, you should just have just a random dude in your party right now anyway.
uh,
Oh, no, I just spawned with Kimtar, and I just spawned here by myself.
um,
Like, did you land in front of a building?
yep.
Oh.
Technical difficulties. Sec.
You can't change the instance.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if beaming back up and then beaming back down fixes it.
Alright. So anyway, in Star Trek Online news, some interesting things came out this week with regards to the next patch. Cryptic has decided they're going to do a Season 8.5 update, bringing with it a bunch of really cool features. One of them which I'm really looking forward to is they are in fact going to have a full loadout saving system. So I think last week I talked about how they announced that they were going to be doing a quick equipping setup where you can just click on slots and it'll show you all the stuff that you can equip into those positions. Well, in addition, that was just the first part of them having a system where you can now save full loadouts and then have them pulled up at any time.
So you should beam back to beam out of that, and then beam
Should
back
I?
in. Yeah, because I wasn't going in with you.
Oh, I see you saying you're in Kronos.
Yeah, where do I go to start the?
Oh, if you look on your map, it's in the middle south.
Okay, let me see if. Yeah, actually, first let me see if going through there.
All right, I'll just
Does
wait
it?
here. In addition to this, they're also making it so that you can change your ships while you are in sector space or in a social zone, instead of needing to go back to a ship rot every time you want to change your ships,
Just really freaking handy.
which is super handy. Oh man, I am looking forward to that. Oh, there you are.
Am I there? Yay! We fixed this.
And in addition to that, so something that they just announced today was they are doing an overhaul of the Undyne ships, and then right at the end of it, they're like, "Well, why did we do an overhaul of the Undyne ships? I guess
Spoilers.
you'll find
Undyne
out
coming
soon."
back.
Yeah, Undyne are coming back. Also, they've announced that there is going to be a new ship awarded as part of the anniversary celebrations. And from the sounds of things, it's going to be a hybrid between a faction ship and a Voth ship, which sounds kind of neat.
That does
Looking
sound
forward.
kind of neat.
Yeah. Well, Voth or Dyson Sphere, but that should be that sounds real cool, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
And
that's
they also
in a month or so, right?
they announced that the patch is coming on the 30th, so 2 weeks from now. And the anniversary is going to be shortly after that. Like it's early February, as I remember.
Yeah, I knew it was February-ish.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it again, but it is the anniversary is early February.
Didn't they hint at getting another Star Trek actor back?
Yes, they also said that there's going to be there's going to be a Star Trek actor who will be reprising their role. They're just saying that it's going to be someone who hasn't been in the game yet, or at the very least they've said that the actor hasn't been in the game yet. But I don't know whether the character they've kind of been vague as to whether the character has never been in the game before.
Could be anyone.
Yeah,
You know,
it could
except
be.
like, the guys who were dead, but
Based on some of the characters that they've had referenced in stuff, like I really want it to be Barclay
that would
because
be
he is
amusing.
that would be so great, and he has actually shown up in stuff on the site. One of the articles relating to the Dyson Sphere before season 8 came out was actually a bit from Reginald Barclay, which I think is I think it'd be pretty great if he came back.
Him or Data or Seven,
Data
maybe.
would also be very interesting, but so it's going to be this whole thing. This character is basically going to be coming back as a new featured episode for the anniversary, kind of like what they did with a temporal ambassador. In fact, it is basically going to be another temporal ambassador for all intents and purposes. So I don't know if they want to burn the reveal of Data's situation on something like that.
True.
But we will hopefully find out in a few weeks.
Well,
That should be.
we will find out in a few weeks, but
Yep. Well, you'll probably get something that's pretty obvious,
yeah,
like next week or the week after, because they're doing more dev blogs about the things that are going to be in season 8.5.
yeah. Martok. He's busy being a town. Was it town counselor or something like that?
Yeah.
We have to stop an assassin. Are we bad enough dudes to save the president? Probably not, but
I'm pretty sure we are.
I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
Yeah, you're on the wrong way. We got sent to the complete opposite end of the map.
We know the assassin's over there somewhere, probably, maybe.
Should be over there somewhere.
Ish.
Kinda. Maybe. Pretty sure.
Is the AI going to be smart, or are they going to wander around? Oh, no, they're smart. Excellent.
I'm pretty sure also that if you start running a little bit too far away from your dudes, they will just teleport to you.
All combat just feature a teleport to captain option.
The game is pretty good about that. Except for a few maps way back in the day when they were using their quasi-random level generator system, which occasionally had areas where your bridge officers could fall through the world. If your bridge officers fell through the world, they would never teleport to you.
Because they fell through the world and died. Okay. There he is.
The House of Martok will
Ah,
crumble, and
that
with
was
it,
easy.
the rest of the Klingon
I
Empire.
confront assassin. Defeat assassin's assault force.
Ah, that was a jerk.
I like how completely unsubtle assassins are in this game.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I mean,
with all the...
technically, setting a bomb and blowing it up in someone's face is an assassination, but it's not as elegant as like poisoning their drink or faking
Yeah,
a heart attack.
especially since these are Romulans.
I know.
You'd think they'd be a little bit sneakier than that.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing that Cryptic is going to do with Season 8.5 is they're also not necessarily remastering, but they're touching up all of the Klingon War category missions for the Federation. So basically the first 12 missions that you do to make them a little bit more in line with modern design techniques.
It's pretty good.
Some of the
Probably
things that
need
they're
it.
doing are really neat. Like they're doing things where, like, if depending on the type of ship that you're flying, there's going to be some new dialogue. If your ship is cloaked, there'll be a little bit of different dialogue. They've redone some of the maps. They are like they're changing some of the encounters.
Didn't they say if, like, in the time travel one, if you were in the either the TOS Constitution or the
Yeah, if you're in the
NX-01, that like Spock would comment on it?
Yeah, there'll be there will be a different commentary if you are flying a cloaked ship, the TOS Connie, or the NX. Um, I would like to think that there should be a few other ships that they would comment on, but like even those are pretty cool. Oh, they also said that there will be unique dialogue if you are flying one of the time ships. Uh, I kind of want to try doing that, flying like a ship that the Federation has clearly never seen by that point, like going there with the Voth, one of the Voth cruisers, or the Jem'Hadar dreadnought.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Sorella's suspicions
That'd be
were
pretty
correct.
amusing.
The Romulan is going to make
Yeah,
an attempt.
that'd be pretty great. I don't think they're touching up the rewards for those missions, but like just cleaning out the flow of the early game
Mm-hmm.
um, is pretty great just by itself. It's not like even when we played through those missions as like for us, it was still pretty good. But some of those early missions, the ones, especially the ones that weren't remastered at all, are still a little rough and maybe a little long.
Yeah. There we go. Let's try and find the place where we're supposed to be going.
Yeah, for some reason it wasn't highlighted.
It's to the far right if you haven't found it.
Yeah, I'm already flying.
There's someone named Madame Vastra. They better be
Really?
Gorn. Yeah, it's a Doctor Who reference. There's a character who is essentially a Victorian-era English lizard woman crime fighter.
Okay.
With a maid
Sure.
and another alien as her, like, butler. They've
All right, then.
appeared in a few episodes, and they're like the type of characters where if they made a spin-off about them, I would watch it because that sounds hilarious. The vengeful lizard woman, her maid/wife, and her alien butler in Victorian England.
Actually sounds pretty great, yeah.
It does.
There's two scimitars over there. Just
I
because.
can't tell, they're too small.
Yeah.
Seriously, they look bigger than that thing's sun. I mean, I know this is like complete abstraction of sizes, but
Yeah, this is all
jeez,
this is
those
all
are huge.
abstract. Like, so when Cryptic relaunched this sector space view, they they presented it as astrometrics.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So, which makes it make a little bit more sense in the old sector space view, but also allowed them to make it easier to navigate and see things around, and still have it be like, canon appropriate.
Yeah. So we have to stop this Romulan bastard from trying to kill Worf.
Yeah, 'cause he's a jerk.
I've attempted to contact him, but with the Batleth tournament underway, he is not responding. It is a...
You're becoming an annoyance.
He seems smug. Let's kick his ass.
Yeah. If he wants to face us directly, then
Then let's cloak and go fight him.
yeah. Especially since he just decloaked.
I know, seriously, dude. You're Romulan. Why are you decloaking?
Should know better than that. And of course, against the two of us. Oh, there we go.
Cheater.
Cheater. Of course, we'll just cloak ourselves.
It's not cheating when we do it, it's honorable.
That's right. Oh,
Can't see me. I'm cloaked.
yep.
I'm
We're
whispering.
hidden.
We're
We're
sneaking.
hidden.
We're being sneaky like rogues.
But rogues aren't honorable.
Some are. Maybe. There's the noble thief archetype. Like Bruce Campbell from Hercules. I forget his character's name.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
You can't really be blamed for not remembering Hercules. It was a pretty goofy show.
It was a pretty great show. But I never really watched a whole lot of it, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you think about it.
I watched up until his sidekick guy was killed and then replaced with his double from an alternate universe. Played by the same actor, no less. So there wasn't a real life reason to do this. But
That sounds
I don't-
pretty great.
I don't know if he eventually came back to fight or what.
Yeah, that sounds pretty great. Aw, man, he was barely here before we ran him off again.
He's asked that badly.
Oh, this guy is just a jerk.
Yep. Let's sneak again. Nin nin.
So we want our sneak attack bonus.
And damn right we do.
Cannot stop what is already set in motion.
Where do you get all these birds of prey anyway?
Just a man, there are a lot of traitors in the Klingon Empire.
I know. They're honorless.
What a bunch of jerks.
They're honorless targs.
Yeah,
Just like dogs. The
except
Klingon.
more vicious because Klingon. Yeah, we are pretty easily tearing these up, even though we are in the same model of ship. It's because we have the power of being a main character.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll Gundam Wing up in here.
Yeah. There we go.
Well. Guess you could say it sucks to be him.
Don't do that
I
again.
made that god awful pun last week, didn't I?
I don't think you did, but let's just not do that again.
Okay, I think I've made it before.
You might have, actually.
Probably
yeah.
have. I'm sure I'll make it
You
again.
not want to draw large amounts of attention, but remember,
Puns like that
protecting
are
the
just,
Vins
you
are
know, priceless.
There's something, all right.
Question
We
bar
shall be.
patrons.
We'll begin our search at the bar. It's all
There's
good quests.
no better source to get information than drunk people. Drunk Klingons, no less. Drunk
All good
Klingons at a
questions.
Batleth tournament.
Yeah.
If General Chang fought Tahar Master
Okay, that one was pretty awesome. The dude basically just asked the Klingon equivalent of who would win between Superman and the Hulk.
of the new rule restricting Bartlett links to between. Do you really think?
God, it's like they're... and these guys are also talking about, like, competitive balance and shit.
Yeah. I had one here that was asking, what do you think about the rule that allows competitors to have backlists between 110 and 120 centimeters?
Yeah.
Me personally, I would use the traditional 116 centimeter blade, but I can see why people will want to customize theirs.
that was the first time I remember understanding what it means to be a Klingon warrior.
Just waiting for someone to, like, bust out a tier list of Batleths or something like that. God tier! Oh, there's dead bodies.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Oh, he got his neck snapped too. Okay, really, dude? If you ever played Metal Gear Solid, they can like, you can move the bodies to a cabinet or something. I think.
Or something, anything. Well, whatever. If they want to be dumb,
They're the worst assassins.
they are pretty bad assassins.
They're the dude from Assassin's Creed 3 and not the dude from Assassin's Creed 2. I haven't played Assassin's Creed 3, so I don't know if like the dude and that's actually that bad. I just know people didn't like the game.
I haven't really played any of them. I think I something I mentioned last week.
Yeah, I probably did. We should probably like watch last week's episode and just to remember what we said, so we don't repeat ourselves. Just for the benefit of people, you know, watching these in a straight line.
I like that at the very least they are only having one Kimtar for this, as opposed to potentially having two, one for each of us.
That would be hilarious.
Because that
We
would
cloned
be,
him.
yeah. Because I mean, we've had that sort of thing happen before, but especially maybe not in this series yet. But when we get to the Romulan side, we're going to have situations where we're going to have two of the same named character on the field at the same time.
Yes, yes, we
which
will.
is going to be goofy. And technically, we will be able to do that in the Klingon story as well, because we have we have
both
that
have
starting.
Chargren, Kagan, and actually
Yeah.
probably it's those two.
We have a few guys in here we could beat up.
Son of Worf and Kalar, a member of the House of Martok.
Wait, he's Alexander? I never would have pictured that. I think it was Kimtar, Worf's other son. That he had with his wife, Jadzia, who died before they could conceive a child. Oops.
Magic.
He had it with Troy, like years later. Riker was very angry. So this door is destructible, so we're going to destroy it by shooting it.
There's Maven. He's pinned down by the assassin.
Oh, we'll take care of that assassin then.
Assassins!
Oh,
The
whoops.
X-Men are the assassins.
Well, that didn't go very well. Wait. Oh, okay. I was gonna say like that didn't end very well for him. I was like thinking, oh, it said talk to him. Oh, okay, maybe he's okay, but no, he isn't.
I think Worf's taking it well.
What is the meaning of this, Alexander? Maven was sent here to replace his equipment, and yet I find you here, surrounded by Romulans with...
Lady Sorella feared that you alone would not be able to keep her grandson safe. We followed these Romulans here and would have stopped them. These halls not been...
I sense
my son's
that
conspiracy.
they don't quite get along.
Probably
He
not.
talks of peace and uniting the houses, yet here he is.
While you were here at the tournament, assassins moved against Lady Sorella at her own estate. If we hadn't tracked down this agent and
I have not seen this evidence, but I believe what you say. We will get to the bottom of this. That does not mean we can...
Agreed. One of the great houses is here backing the Romulans, and they will try to escape before...
We also kind of have bodies. Romulan
Yeah.
bodies.
Like he even called out that there are Romulans here. So I mean, just saying, like there's clearly
So you know what I feel most bad
Romulan.
about?
what?
How we were talking about how like god awful those assassins were, and they actually got their job done.
We cannot always
Yeah.
see what the future will bring.
What does it say about us as people?
That is why we cannot give up on peace, even if...
Well, I mean, the guy did run right out of cover right after that assassin as we were killing him.
Okay, what does it say about him as a person?
It's pretty bad.
As a
Yeah.
sign of weakness.
Go back this way.
This way. We have to go all the way around.
Abandon my beliefs, Father. We cannot live in fear that the future will never
Yeah,
change.
go all the way back around.
It is good to know that you remember some of the things I have taught you.
Right, so now we are searching these training rooms for evidence.
This equipment appears to have
I'll
been
check the
custom
next
made
one.
for their warriors.
Alright. I'll take the one after that.
Madness, taking advantage of the fact we have multiple people?
Yeah, what's up with that? I wonder if it is a fixed one or whether it is going to end up being the last one we look at.
Don't know.
I'll soon find out.
Ever
If
since
it's the last one, it probably is the last one.
suspicious of
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to the very last one. Let's see if it's the last one.
Actually, I think I have probably found it.
Oh, okay.
these are Romulan weapons. It appears that your suspicions have been
So it is not the last one that we find.
the House of Torg.
Yeah, I got some dudes here.
You got some dudes
Which-
there.
Yeah, which I'm taking care of handily.
House of Torg!
Yeah.
Maven! No!
Wait, what?
What?
Worf just said
What happened?
Maven no. I'm like, but Maven's already dead.
Maven!
I think the mission kind of glitched out for me.
Sorella and the rest of the House of Martok will mourn for her grandson. But I must also see that security...
Ah,
remains a
Worf is sending us a
start. Sending
a person he is
from our house.
personally trained.
Sweet.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
And
Oh.
we're level 10.
We're level 10. Hey. Which means we would be able to chain to get ourselves promoted and get a new ship. But we'll take care of that next week.
Yeah, no need to really
Was
go
the House of
back and
Torg all along.
stop everything and all that.
Yeah.
Torg!
We'll
I don't know
just
who
do
Torg
the,
is.
apparently a jerk.
Probably.
So we'll just do the next mission. and then next week we will.
Start off and get ships.
Yep. Oh, we need to go back to Kronos.
Oh.
Right.
Fine.
Serve the Empire.
To Kronos. There's a Romulan in the RRW San Diego. Because they don't know how to spell San Diego correctly.
Clearly.
Alternately, there could actually be a ship or a city on Romulus that was called San Diego.
That's also a possibility.
And there's someone in the IKS shitbox.
Ah, yes, of course.
Sure, they have a long, proud legacy of the shitbox.
There's the IKS ARG over there.
Sure.
IKS Lolpop.
Lollipop. The Probe U. And there are, of
There's an
course, going to be
IK
a ton more as we approach Kronos.
Yeah, here's an IKS Daedalus, all lowercase, because of course.
See, that wouldn't be a bad name if it were Romulans.
Yeah.
Sure, let's just be hilarious. Take two Kagans.
Well, no, I'll change
Ong.
to take my Lizard Man, just because
Well,
there's no need in having 3 tacticals.
the house always wins.
Yeah.
Thank you for returning my grandson and for aiding my family.
Oh, we get to visit a Klingon funeral. Do we burn
Sounds
the
like
body?
Sounds like a good time.
I imagine it involves lots of drinking.
At some point it probably does.
Before the night, you heard the call of Stovokor. The warriors singing. Cry out your name. Welcome home. Welcome home. Let not your heart be filled with fear. The spirit soars on honor's wings. Your heart is singing. You found your way. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Well, that was pretty nice.
And we'll follow that up with William Shatner's Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Participating in the action. It is important that we remember our dreams. Together, we have kept away the predators that would take.
Pardon my interruption.
Oh god, this guy's an idiot, because he doesn't even have a name.
Yeah.
Send an alert to everyone on the estate.
Yeah, and these House of Tor guys are pretty dumb.
We will not let be. Here they come.
Today is a good day to die. For you guys.
Yeah.
Like, all of you. We're just gonna shoot you dead. Seriously,
It's just
you're at a funeral. Show some respect.
Well, at least they're coming at a funeral. I mean, then they are on time for it.
Yeah, they're also on time for their own.
Yeah, like we can have all these funerals at the same time, save some money.
Hey, come here. Come here. No.
What? What happened?
No, not you. I was trying to get them to walk into my mines.
Oh. I don't really like the Chronoton mine barrier that much. Like, pretty much because of exactly that.
Clearly, I should run into melee, throw it down, and then...
It's just a lot of the ground combat doesn't really lend itself very well to being that effective. Like the mines just aren't that effective in most of the ground maps because a lot of times you are advancing, you're not really defending a position.
To its conclusion. Take Alexander with you, and he will ensure your ship is recognized as an ally by our fleet. Tor will soon
So
Sweet.
the House of
you can
We're going on a
either
campaign of revenge. I went back to my ship.
yeah.
Because they mentioned another system, so I'm assuming...
Yeah, I imagine that the thing of, hey, do you want to go back to the first city is probably like, do you want to go and get your new ship because you're probably level 10 by now.
Probably. We'll do that later.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll do that
In
later.
fact, since we're getting new ships, we could just ram these into the ground on somebody's house. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Just beam out at the last second.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way to win.
Mm-hmm. But we're gonna have some revenge tonight. Some salad and sandwiches, because those are all dishes best served cold.
Yes.
Except for sandwiches, they're best served hot, but we won't go into
Well,
that.
it depends on the sandwich.
Yeah, like
Not all.
French dip.
Yeah,
Those are hot.
A cold French dip doesn't really work.
Yeah, or Monte Cristo, or...
Ooh, man, I could go for a Monte Cristo.
I haven't had a Monte Cristo in years.
Yeah, I haven't
I'm
had
too
one in a
lazy to
long
try
time.
to make one on my own, and there's really nowhere around that I would normally
Yeah.
go that sells them.
Yeah.
I imagine
that-
like Denny's might, but I don't go to Denny's that often.
Mhm. Monte Cristos aren't really also all that good for you either, but
No, I
Eh.
mean it's neither is a chili dog, but once in a while you just want a chili dog.
like how for a brief moment, every time you change zones on my friend list, it says you're at Omega Leonis.
That's pretty amusing. Actually, it says
Yeah.
you're at Omega Leonis right now. Oh, because you are.
Yeah,
There you are.
now I'm in.
We've arrived
Okay,
at the
bloody
core
revenge time?
system. Our
Yeah.
transponder signal
We're going to destroy some satellites and some freighters because nothing says revenge like blowing up defenseless supply ships.
Damn right.
I say turn off my cloak. I mean to turn off my cloak.
Sure you didn't want to turn it back on? You don't
Well-
need it off, do you?
I'm pretty sure I'd like it off, just for the
Come
moment.
on, you don't need it off. You can firewall cloak,
Wow.
right? You have that tier 5.
No, not right now. Maybe in a little bit. No, maybe that's one of the ships we'll pick up next mission.
No, that one's not till tier 5.
Yeah,
the
it's not
firewall
till
cloak.
tier 5. I'd have to look up what the C-store alternate for you at this rank is. I don't remember it offhand. But that's something I'll talk about next week once we're looking at new ships.
Yeah. We'll do
I
that
don't really
researching thing.
Yeah. Since I don't normally play Klingon, I don't really have a lot of C-Store Klingon ships. So I'd have to look and see what the C-Store alternate next week is, see whether I want to even bother picking it up. Oh. Apparently there was an optional to keep a ship alive that we failed at some point.
Meh. They died in the name of bloody revenge. There is no
Yeah.
better way to die except for honorable battle and probably make a heroic sacrifice.
Yeah. I would say that this was probably an honorable battle. Maybe not a heroic sacrifice for them, but it was probably an honorable battle.
No.
No?
No, I mean it was honorable. I'm just saying it's not a heroic sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree
Hi
with
guys.
that. Some cruisers which are slightly larger prey.
But we're in birds of prey, so
Yep, so that means we are good at this.
bye bye.
Yep, that's another ship down. So we gotta destroy this freighter.
I was looking for that. Here it was hiding directly below me.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it as I was swooping in, but, you know, you're already shooting at those cruisers. Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
you tell them ship that already got blown up.
yeah. Yeah.
Don't
That's
question
not weird at all.
it. Don't question it. And here's our other satellite way over here.
With a bunch more ships that we should probably just blow up because it's fun.
Oh sure. I was just gonna, do the stealthy, sneaky Klingon way.
Yeah, but blowing up all the enemies is honorable. Or
But this is
something.
about revenge, not honor.
Yes. Something like that.
Are the sandwiches here yet?
No, not yet.
Actually, I made fajitas tonight, so...
Oh, that
I'm not
sounds
really
pretty
hungry.
good.
Yeah, I make good fajitas. Just, takes me an hour and a half.
Oh yeah? That's a long time.
Well, I want to make sure the chicken's cooked and everything, and
Oh, well,
I gotta-
yeah. Fair.
cook
Fair
the,
enough.
well, probably an hour. It took me an hour and a half to make it and then eat, so... But, yeah. Don't want to deal with cross-contamination, that's no fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's never good.
Then I do the vegetables separate from the chicken, and I mix it all together. There's Mexican rice to be made. Well, quote-unquote Mexican rice. Me making something that vaguely resembles Mexican rice.
Oh, whoops.
Did you get exploded?
Yeah.
Today's not a good day to die.
No, it isn't. So that's why I'll just come right back.
I'm glad you're coming right back, because they're kind of shooting at me.
Yeah, there was kind of a lot of them.
I think there's only 2 near me.
There's
3.
not very many left. We blew up the majority of them.
Okay.
There we go.
Let's go blow up that satellite and what are undoubtedly more ships right near it.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll go the sneaky way. Sneaky sneak.
Sneaky, sneaky.
There's just a couple of them.
Yeah, quite a few suddenly decloaked. And there are a lot of ships to blow up in this mission.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably like doubling them just because there's 2 of us.
Yeah. Yeah, especially since they're primarily frigates and not heavier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much the only way to make that more challenging is to add more.
Got all of them?
That seems like all of that group. So we
We have our
got,
freighter to take out.
yeah, with another cruiser over here. Oh, another 2. Of course, there's 2.
Well, we'll just focus fire on one.
Yeah.
It's the Klingon way.
Yeah. Speaking of stuff like that as well, well, Cryptic hasn't actually decided on a date yet for when they're going to put that flanking bonus in for Raiders. They've said it's probably going to be not that long after Season 8.5 launches.
Yay! Be true rogues and stab people in the back
For bonus damage.
for massive damage.
Well, not necessarily, it's not really going to be massive, but it will be more damage.
Alright,
going
no,
to
it's
be.
attacking the weak point that gives massive damage.
That's right.
God, how old is that now? Like 8 years?
Uh,
Is it E3 2005?
It was when they announced the PlayStation 3, so yeah, about that.
Jeez, it'd be 9 years. Almost. Well, 8.5 years at this point. By this E3, 9 years.
Man,
That's a long console generation.
yeah. That was so long ago. This freighter's running away.
No, it's not. I mean, it's trying to, but
Yeah.
The House of Torg will be unable to resupply their
We could go blow up more ships, or we could just,
let's
Beam
just go
trooper.
kill guys.
yeah. That's getting on with this mission's probably a good idea.
I mean, there's other ships there. They can, we can let them
Yeah.
have some of the fun.
Yeah.
This is the stronghold of the House of Torg.
So now we find the head of the House of Torg and we rip his head off.
Sounds like a plan.
and then we stick it on a pike for all of our enemies to see.
Yep. Because that's the Klingon way.
Now look up into your lifeless eyes and wave like this. You couldn't see me waving like that, but I waved. Like the finger wave. Is that all of them? Well, all of them in this room?
Yeah, it seems to be all of them in this room. We'll loop around to where we're supposed to go.
Sagan's quarters are up ahead. Sagan is...
Huh. Oh, we came up to him pretty fast. Then again, the first part of this mission is kind of long, so
Yeah.
it makes sense that this part would be...
I mean, technically we
little-
probably could have, like, snuck past some of those ships, but that's not as fun.
Well, yeah, there's not quite as many of them that we had to have defeated. Like, we could have defeated a few fewer than we actually did, but a lot of those ships that we fought, we would have had to have fought one way or another. I mean, especially when, you know, there was like 10 of them that spawned around the satellites that we
Yeah.
needed to destroy. Like, so we were kind of left with, yeah, we really needed to...
There we go. Hey, stay here. Stay right here. Yep.
Yep, right there.
Enjoy the minefield. The defensive mine barrier.
That we will lay down right on top of you.
Mm-hmm. Because God knows, easier than getting you to walk into it. Now we have to find computer logs.
Torg severed Martok's bloodline when he killed Maven. Now, with Sagan's death, the two houses are forever bound in grief. As we seek...
Now that we've beaten everyone up, we need to find the actual evidence.
Find out why there were Tel Shiar guys there.
You know, beyond the obvious.
Yes. So I apparently just got an achievement for healing 1500 damage on captains. I have no idea how that happened, given I have no healing abilities.
Like your natural regeneration basically counts towards that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a goofy achievement. Oh look, now we got the ones that decide to stay at the bar.
Hey guys, we'll guard the bar for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right. It's all right, man.
You don't want anything?
It'll be here when you get back. We think.
They still alive? No.
I wish the minimap updated a little bit faster for stuff like that,
Yeah.
but
Pew pew pew.
this is not the place we're looking for.
It's not the place that you're looking for.
Okay, it's probably the place you're looking for.
I need a damn drink after all that. As we all know, drinks are better when served over the blood and corpses of your enemies, or something. I'm sure there's a Klingon saying like that somewhere.
I mean, there's a reason it's called blood wine, I imagine.
Yeah, I actually am willing to bet that a Klingon, whoever owns the winery, or
There are a series of logs...
Is it winery? Is that what they call it?
detailing the communications
Vinery?
between Torg and the tall ship.
Well, vineyard
Vineyard.
is
Thank you.
where it's grown.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet the dude that owns the vineyard or whatever, who ferments the wine. I'm willing to bet he probably cuts himself and bleeds into it. God knows bloodborne pathogens don't exist in Star Trek.
No, not at all. Not in the future.
No,
Because it's the future.
it's the future. The only viruses we have to worry about are like weird shit.
These are
Yeah.
Romulan shipping containers.
Like that one episode of Voyager with the giant viruses.
Technology. These crates are similar to those we. This evidence connects Tor directly to the information we receive.
Now we confront Torg.
And a bunch of Romulans.
Puny Romulans.
Yeah. They can't stand to our might.
Or our minds. Stay right there. Okay, now you guys move forward a little. They didn't go for it.
They didn't take the bait.
How could they not fall into my cunning plan?
It's almost like they had like precognition. They could see into the future.
Did you think that you could walk into my home, kill my son, and live to tell about it? Yes, I did.
Yep, and we are just going to.
Take care of these Patak and bring me Alexander. I want
Hey guys, come here. Okay, now come here. Good enough.
You got someone at least. Oh, he ran off like the coward he is.
Coward! Probably have to blow up his ship.
Yeah, probably will, or have a few more missions where we chase after him.
Torg thinks he's escaped, but we can make sure that he has.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna go
Oh.
back and
Well, we'll finally...
show the evidence.
We'll probably end up blowing up the ship.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're gonna blow up some more ships.
Okay.
That's a lot of ships.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of our ships too.
Bunch of Romulan ships in here too.
Oh, you're so silly, trying to skirt the outside. We're gonna blow you up now. Bye bye.
Yeah. I like that it's just showing a percentage meter for destroying the rest of these ships. We have defeated 25% of this enemy fleet.
It's not even real-time updating either, because I just blew one up.
Yeah. It usually does. Maybe that one doesn't count for some reason. Or maybe you bugged it.
We'll be stuck here fighting these ships forever!
Oh no! That would suck.
Yeah, it would. I'll just blow up another one, so maybe it only updates at like 50% or whatever.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Usually updates faster than that. I mean, it could just be the way that this mission is programmed, since it's a little bit before a lot of the missions that use that sort of mechanic. So it's quite possible that, yeah, it's... Oh yeah, there you go, up to 37%. Yeah, so it looks like it's probably updating at 12.5% intervals.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, there are later missions that use that mechanic and update it much more frequently.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Like
quite
every
possible
3% or something like that.
well, they will update
every ship destroyed, which equals 3%.
Yeah, like they update every percent. It's just that each ship tends to be like a few percentage points.
Okay, we should probably back off a bit and heal. Unless we get blown up.
We are nearing the end of this. Not very many of these ships left. And most of them are wussy, smaller ships. In fact, I think all the ships that are left are just frigates. I don't see any cruisers at all.
Goodbye, Realmian scum.
Yep, there we go.
So did we just jump from like 70 to 100?
We went from like 62 to 87 and then to 100.
Okay.
So I think it was based by what I think it was actually encounter groups, not each ship.
That makes sense.
Each encounter group was 12.5%, and since we weren't necessarily defeating encounter groups one at a time, the numbers were jumping up pretty quickly or really slowly.
Now we get to go back to Kronos. Convenient for next time.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Let's just
I just transwarped. It probably wasn't far, but
it's not very far. But like, we're going to be calling it after this anyway. So it's not like it's not like I'm wasting it or anything.
beam to First City.
And we'll run over to Worf and see what he has to say.
Hopefully, good job at murdering all the people.
Greetings. How may I assist you?
Because revenge is, in fact, a dish best served cold.
Yeah. So we're going to go testify against Torg.
Oh, okay. We get to go play Law and Order?
Well, probably not quite that.
Law and Order, Kronos. I'd watch that spinoff.
I imagine it would involve a lot of fights.
It is time.
That's why I'd watch that spinoff.
Worf, son of Moog, you have called this count.
I am Worf, son of Mo, Gintok to the House of Marton, and I accuse House Tor of crimes against the Empire.
The council recognizes Roken
Whoops.
of House Tor.
I accidentally clicked the button twice, so I skipped the dialog box.
Whoops.
This brave warrior, together with my son Alexander, uncovered a plot by the House of Torg to transfer weapons and classified technology to our enemies in the Romulan Star. The Empire's allies in the Romulan Republic have confirmed the evidence, and their testimony will show that Torg was colluding with the Tal Shiar to overthrow
This dishonorable ragtag would say anything to hide the weakness and decay in his own house.
It is the right of House Martok to declare vengeance, and I will not deny any of the great houses a chance to bring their claims before this council.
My incarceration is yet another plot by the House of Torg to silence those who would uncover their treachery. This warrior will confirm that Kratok of House Torg, Warden of Ura Penfe, was being paid to hold. We cannot find strength together as one people when leaders like Torg seek to consolidate power through deception and evil acts.
You seek truth from a fugitive whose escape was orchestrated by an undercover Federation agent? This council has gone mad! Jimpak, you must not listen to the...
It's really impressive that this whole thing is voice acted.
Mm-hmm.
leadership. We have formed an alliance with the Romulans. How are my actions treason when I simply followed your example?
Torg, do not assume that you have the skill or the reputation to challenge me in this hall, or you will find yourself dead by my own hand. The evidence is clear. Your quest for personal glory and hateful bigotry has blinded you to the difference between an enemy and an ally. But it is the finding of this council that your house has lost its way. Your treason has led you to lose sight of honor. The accusation stands. The judgment is discommendation. From
Well, that was a pretty short trial.
forward, the House of Torg will be no more.
I think we got to do our opening statements and that was it.
Just like Law and Order.
You have stripped my son. You have stripped my house of honor. I will burn in the fires of Red Roar.
Father, look out!
But not before I kill you!
Ah!
Alexander!
Oh, that's not good.
Whoops.
Oh, they're gonna be jerks like that. We'll just use our guns.
I think they're guilty.
Yeah. Yep, that was not a very nice move.
Oh, he
Ah,
escaped.
and then he runs away. Again, like the coward he is.
Well, we'll blow him up later.
Yeah.
Father, I'm sorry.
Save your strength, son. Help is coming.
I'm sorry. I'm not the warrior I should have been.
You were warrior enough to save me.
I tried to stay true to what I believe. But I've only brought shame upon you and our family.
I could never feel ashamed of you.
I find it amusing that Worf's is the only one whose mouth is moving, even if it isn't moving that much.
Change our fates.
Only Kimtar's mouth's moving to me.
Oh, not on my screen.
Oh, weird.
To be proud of me.
Cryptic!
Shake fist.
Am I going to die?
It will be a good death.
I mean, their cutscene tech is pretty busted anyway, so
Mhm.
like, but busted in a good way.
You are a warrior.
Do you remember when Mother died?
How could I forget?
Look at me. Look at your son's face. And remember.
So sad.
Oh,
sucks for Worf, because, like, how many people close to him has he lost now?
Like a lot.
A lot. He took it well.
Yeah.
Could be okay. You're the science guy. Why didn't you save him?
This tragedy will not be forgotten. I want to thank you for
Yeah,
rescuing
like, why
Son
didn't
from
I?
Tente and
Ugh.
allowing him to die.
As bad a science officer as I was.
You have done much for the
They
House
didn't give me an
of
opportunity.
but we have also lost.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that you just didn't have, like, the tools to treat a stab wound to the gut on hand.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Instead, I just had a gun.
I want to speak
Oh.
with the Chancellor to find out what the hell's up with him.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
we can
that's kind of cool.
we can turn in the quest here.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Is yours named Bellara too?
Yes,
I'm going to keep that just because it's so ridiculously stupid.
that sounds pretty great. Oh, and I got my first compliment of duty officers.
Excellent. And we know how that works.
Talk to the
Oh, and that's if we talk to him again, we just get the next quest. So that will be it for us for this week.
And on a downer note,
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
I know, it's kind of sad. It does show that they're not afraid to kill, like, canonical characters off, though.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
So, we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah, and we'll be showing off some new ships next time too.
Yep.
So
This is probably
we'll
just stay
see.
here.
Yeah. So we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everybody.